Thank you. Just a little announcement before I get started. I just want to say my wife and I, we just had a baby. For dinner, we ate it. Is that wrong? I don't know. What's right in this political climate? We're actually trying to have a baby. I don't know if we will. It's difficult to have sex with my wife, to be honest with you. I get a lot of mixed messages, you know. Like the other day I came on to her and she was like, "You can't just expect me to have sex with you whenever you feel like it." I was like, okay, you know. So the next day I was like, "You feel like having sex?" She was like, "I don't want you to ask me. I want you to surprise me, take me, throw me up against the wall or something." I was like, okay. So next day I threw her up against the wall. I was like, "You ready for this?" She was like, "Hey, I'm not into this wham bam thank you ma'am sex." I was like, "Well, what do you want then?" She's like, "It's not that difficult. All I'm asking is that you schedule a time with me to have respectful rape fantasy sex, but also figure out a way to get me to forget and remember that it's scheduled." I mean, if you're not willing to put in the work, you know. I was like, all right. So I went into our shared Google Calendar. I typed in rape ? And I invited her. So I might be having sex on July 25th. I don't know. Let's all meet back here and I'll let you know. But in my head, I was just like, forget it, I'm just going to go masturbate, you know, so it's ridiculous. So I'm masturbating, and I came across this genre of porn I'd never seen before. I don't know, maybe you guys have heard of it. I was like, this is a weird, it's called mature porn. I'd never heard of that before, mature porn. I was like, what's that going to be? I start masturbating, and a woman comes on the screen, and she's like, grow up. Come on, act your age. It's ridiculous. I don't have time for this. And I searched threesome, and I came across a video of two guys rubbing their dicks against each other inside one woman's vagina. I was like, okay, it's technically a threesome. It's not the one I was looking for, but all right. I started to feel bad for the guy who wants that. You know, some husband. He's like, you can't lead with that in your Craigslist ad, you know? You gotta play it coy, you gotta pull back a little bit. You just gotta get the guy back to your house. You just gotta go up to some guy and be like, hey, do you wanna have a threesome with my wife and I? Tons of guys are gonna be like, this is the night I've been waiting for, you know? And you get the guy back to your house, husband's like, I just wanna go over some parameters with you. Of which there's really just one. I need you to rub your dick against mine inside my wife's vagina, preferably as soon as possible, you know? At which point the guy's like, I wish you had told me this before I got here. I thought this was gonna be like a normal threesome, you know? I don't understand, why can't your wife just suck my dick while you fuck her, you know? And the husband's like, first of all, don't talk about my wife like that. Right? She's a lady, she deserves your respect, okay? You're not the first guy I brought here and you're not gonna be the last. So just, there's two guys in there right now, so just cool it, pal, all right? Second of all, grow up. It's mature porn we're doing here, all right? I don't know what you had in mind. I had a weird encounter recently. I heard my name called. It turned around, and there's this guy staring right at me. He's really happy to see me. And I was like, kind of giving him like a, do I know you face, you know? And he walks right up. He's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, sorry, like, have we met? And he's like, Matt, it's me. And I was like, so sorry, I'm drawing a blank. And he's like, you don't recognize me? I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, that's really weird. I'm supposed to be my friend Matt here right now. I haven't seen him in a little while, but he looks just like you. And I was like, that is weird. And we didn't know what to do. We just kind of threw our hands up in the air and walked on. That's how I break up with friends that I don't like anymore. Feel free to try that. It's a gift I give to you. Works. I discovered. I also discovered I'll answer to any name that I hear. You know, like I was in the train station with my wife and I heard a girl call out, Steven! And like me and every guy in there were like, what? Like, it's me? And I'm like, my name is Matt, you know? And she was like, turned around, she called Steven again. And I was like, my wife was like, what are you looking at? I was like, am I Steven? Seriously. We got this stereo system in my house called Sonos. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's pretty cool. It's a speaker. You control it by your phone. I was like, it's going to be awesome. I have the world of music at my fingertips. I can play any song I want anytime. Turns out we only play music in our house to cover the sounds of my wife and I taking a shit in the bathroom. All right, we don't go together separately, but it turns out that my wife has a particular song she likes when she goes to the bathroom. It's Animal by Def Leppard. So whenever she goes to the bathroom, she's like, quick! She's running to the bathroom, she's like, quick, put on Animal by Def Leppard as loud as possible. I'm like, all right. I play it so loud, neighbors can hear it. I'm out on the street in front of my house, neighbor comes up, he's like, hey man, I heard you playing Def Leppard, it's really cool, I'm also a fan. I was like, full disclosure, it's my wife's shitting theme music. He said to me, full disclosure, I didn't need to know that. And I said to him, full disclosure, I needed to tell someone. He said, full disclosure, I wish you had told someone else. I said, full disclosure, you were the first person I saw and you kind of asked for it. And he said, full disclosure, I don't want to have this conversation with you anymore. And I said, look, full disclosure, I should have said this at the beginning. I need you to rub your dick against mine, inside my wife's vagina. I'm Hyams, thank you so much.